All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now, once I've contoured the underbust and have connected accordingly, so I'm going to make the cup right now. So in making the cup, I place my ruler this way. From this point, I'm going to connect. I really want it to look like what I have on the thumbnail, so I just want to, okay, this is what I will do, because what we have right there is not actually so big. So from the underbust, I want to go up by 1 inch. Okay, so I'll be able to create that shape I have there. Okay, so this is the shape we have on the thumbnail. So we are trying to create exactly what we have on the thumbnail. So what does that mean to us? It means that I'm going to come from this point right now. Our illusion is going to be extended from this point I came to the point it started. So all of this now are my illusion inclusive. So that is that at that point. So next I want to do is to come over to this point to create the cup. So the cup we have at this point, remember we are working with a bust radius. This is the bust radius points, that is the 3.5. I'll add 0.5 to it because the bust is fuller at this point. So once that is added, I'll come over with my pattern ruler. So that was why earlier I told you this looks like a corset. So we are going to draft it like a corset, but it's actually a bustier. Okay, so this is what we have at that point. So now I want to contour my underbust. So contouring my underbust, normally you place your ruler this way for underbust contouring, and you flip your ruler this other way for underbust contouring. Can you see? So this is exactly what you expected to have at this point, and it's actually looking so beautiful. All right, so I'm going to cut off what I have right here, and so I'll be able to close up my bust dart right now. I will be merging, I'll call this F1 and F2. We'll be merging them together to form a full bustier. So but before you do that, before we do that, remember this is our center front. I'm going to take my actual waist divided by 4. So my waist is 36, divided by 4 is 9. I'll place my tape at the center front, as you can see, to this point. Okay, whatever I have, I will jump all the darts and place it to this point and mark my actual waist. You can see my actual waist here is at 9. So I'm going to connect my actual waist to my actual bust. So once that is done, what this means to us is this. Since we have this, it means we are going to extend this line to touch the actual side right now. And from here, we are going to extend our bust accommodation right now and take it back to what we. So we are cutting through this way. Take note of that. All right, so that is all we need for this particular dress. Okay, so if you need a basque effect, like the effect we have right there, is not really that sharp backs, but just a shallow curve. So what I'm going to do is to cut what I have on my pattern, because we are done. We are going to cut and merge together. So I want you to watch what I'm doing right here. So I'm cutting on this side, and I'm taking what I'm cutting to the bust accommodation, that is the bust dart, and I'm going to cut through the neckline. This is the neckline. Okay, so we have something left right now. Let me cut off this paper. Yeah, we've not completed our busting. The over bust has not been tightened. Okay, please take note of that, the over bust. So in tightening the over bust, like I always emphasize, all you need to do is to place your tape on this line with this line, go in by 0.75 and come out by 0.75. So once that is done, all you are going to do is to come in with your pattern ruler and contour your over bust. Can you see that? So this is the line we are cutting off. Remember that we are not replacing any dots. The reason being that if you have been following this channel, you notice there are times we replace our dots and times we don't replace our dots. So the reason behind it is because of what we have on the neckline running into the armhole. So you don't need to replace your dots. The armhole with its seam allowances will take care of the dots. So we are done, and I'm cutting right away. So this is what we need for this particular dress we have on the thumbnail. If you want to have that dress exactly the way it is on the thumbnail, this is it. So this is the center front. Remember, center front is on fold. And then I'm going to cut off the that so we can be able to separate our cups. So this is cup 1 and this is cup 2. Remember, it's a bustier, not a corset. Okay, although it's also a cupped corset as some might also name it. Okay, so when it has structure, it becomes a corset. So it's a bustier with cup. That is what we are making here, bustier with cup. Okay, so I'll cut off right now. You can see what I did here, and I'm cutting through this point, as you can see right here. So the dots are off. I'm going to close my dots. This is what I have for now. So I will close my bust dart so we separate the cups. This is my bust dart. Okay, so make sure you don't cut off completely. So I'll apply my adhesive at this point and then close up the bust darts. Okay, all right.